Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the counselor's office. Scholars, it's your favorite Peter Griffin cosplayer wannabe. We are in the Family Guy house, and we are here to talk about more Destiny drama, PvP drama to be specific. This is probably part one of the live recording that I'm doing, and you'll see another video that's part two on the topic of skill-based matchmaking. Well, not generally, that's not necessarily the topic, but there's a lot of drama going on about a certain D2 streamer who got banned. That's right. And before we talk about it, I did do a video talking about it, the accusations about them. People were saying that they were using Zim, that they were two-boxing. Well, that streamer is now banned. But I want to make it very clear my stance. I think cheating in general is shitty. Fuck you for, if you're going around. I played literally a little bit of PvP, and I'll be honest. Like, when I play PvP nowadays, I don't give a shit. But it's still annoying when you get spammed with 30 fireballs, like it's solar nades, and you just instantly die. It is truly atrocious of an experience. And so I really do feel bad for PvP players. When we talk about Bungie and how they treat their PvP players, how they actually take care of the PvP playlist, it's becoming Gambit. It is essentially becoming Gambit, and it's becoming very much unloved. And my general thoughts is, if you're not doing anything that's considered cheating by their terms of service, if you're just generally breaking TOS, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be the last person that's going to crucify you and talk about you, breaking terms of service. And what we're talking about today is matchmaking manipulation. Why would someone do matchmaking manipulation? The consensus, the thought process behind it in PvP is that skill-based matchmaking ruins the experience for average to above average players, if I'm being generous. Making it to where, in my personal opinion, I'm going to be very honest. I don't like skill-based matchmaking because that's just my personal preference. And we'll talk more about the argument on skill-based matchmaking in another video. But generally, the reason why people do what's called two-boxing, where essentially you load in with a dummy account, or someone else's account that is intentionally lowered the skill value, so that what you do is you load into a game, and with skill-based matchmaking, it bases the skills of other players on that account that you're playing with, and then that person either continue to play with them, or they sit there in AFK. I imagine what probably happens is they bounce. And the purpose of doing that is so that high-end players are able to farm what's considered bot lobbies. Underskilled, new players, casual players for clips and tricks and videos. That is generally, I'm going to say this is probably something that happens more often than not. For people that want their clips. And I get, if you're a streamer or a YouTuber and your business model is in looking good, get that bag. Bungie doesn't follow their terms of service. Why? I don't care, right? Get that bag. Bungie clearly does not care about their own terms of service. They are hypocritical. They don't even follow it. They nitpick and choose when they apply term of service. I mean, you could do the most bare minimal thing on terms of service, get banned, but then you have people that are actually abusing and absolutely breaking code of conduct and licensing agreements with just hardware cheating, and they never get banned. So my general opinion is, when we talk about this person, I'm not defending them. I'm not going to be necessarily accusing them. But I'm also not going to sit there and, I'm not attacking them. I'm not defending. I'm not attacking them. We're just kind of reacting to it. And overall, I get it. And I'm going to say, get that bag, whatever it is. get that bag. Fuck Bungie, get that bag. And the reason why people do pew boxing is because they want to avoid a system that they feel is not good. That's a really long-winded video intro, but I feel like if I don't state my thoughts and just my general opinion on terms of service, people will try to paint it as if, you know, I'm for this person getting banned, or I don't care. And the person we're talking about, Magical, is that Synax is banned. Synax, a PvP streamer, apparently, I never watch them. I don't know them besides this drama, but apparently they are banned. And it's really interesting. It really is interesting that Bungie chooses. They come back from break and they choose to ban someone that's two boxing and completely ignore hard cheaters that even DMG has interacted with, which is so funny. Like, I wish I had the tweet where he was joking along or talking to a known cheater apparently in the PvP community. And even like, you see all the time with people like Renee or Jake calling out specific people that are known cheaters and they don't get banned. Synax, two boxing, network manipulating, which I'm gonna be honest, out of all the things that you can get banned for, is it a dickhead thing if you want to say like, oh, he's picking on the newbies? If, again, these are accused, we don't know for sure. This is just accusations that people have assumed is why he got banned. We don't know why he got banned. But these are accusations, but just playing devil's advocate, saying that he did get banned for two boxing. He's beating up little Timmies, taking their lunch money. Okay, that's still not as bad as someone, you know, completely ruining someone's experience by insta-killing you, kicking you off of cheats. Like, we could be honest here, right? Again, not defending them, but at the same time, like, this is the hypocrisy of Bungie and what they choose to enforce. And it's so, some of their term of service is so paper thin, and what they don't specify exact actions because it gives them the ability to just be this random, right? Oh, we may ban you for this, but we might not ban you for that. So anyways, we're gonna go through and see some of the reactions and see what people are talking about. It has caused a little bit of a war in the PvP community of people, you know, defending two boxing, people against it, people calling people cheaters. There's a little bit of a little mini civil war going on in PvP, and it's not looking good. Let's see. So we have the streets are saying Cynics copped a permaban over two boxing, while Sakura, Mia Khalifa, and Adolf Hitler are hard spinning on Windows accounts while matching people broadcasting their gameplay on a daily. Make it make sense. So for people who are like me who didn't know what this was, apparently if you make a Windows account and you buy the DLC and you attach it to like Steam or something else and that account gets banned, you can then transfer the rights to a new account. So you never have to rebuy the expansion stuff. And I don't know how it works. It still makes me dumbfounded that it's even a thing. It's crazy. Chat isn't really saying anything. If you want to, you can sound off, but I'll put you there if anyone wants to sound on your thoughts on this, by the way. It's crazy. Like, really. That they have found a loophole that Bungie apparently has been around for at least a year or so, that I don't know, maybe longer. Someone in the comment section can sound off. What's two boxing? It's when you have two boxes instead of one and you use them both at the same. We'll talk about this guy in another video. All right, so we got Separer. The reason two boxing matchmaking manipulation exists is due to the invention of skill-based matchmaking. Its existence has created a huge divide in players that are frowned upon improving and outperforming other players. It created a huge divide in players that are frowned upon improving and outperforming others. In MM manipulation, to get into. Bot lobbies, weird, sure, but it's not the source of the problem. And we have this person saying, if you're putting in actual effort to get to lobbies and PvP, just feel good about yourself when you shit on the enemy team. You got mad self-esteem issues and need to log off the game. And here's the thing. I think if you do this and you're not I do agree and I disagree. If you're a streamer or content creator and you're trying to get that bag, listen, get that bag. Own it. Maybe, I guess don't own it in public because you'll get banned apparently, who knows. But get that bag, right? Stop punishing players for getting good. It's weird and doesn't make a lick of sense to me. Yes, people are barely playing, should sometimes end up in lobbies with top players. The game population should be able to balance that out. If the game population is low, all SBM does is isolate the crap out of good players and make them quit, which has been happening for years. It's the sole reason I play Trials Comp is because sixes is just outright harder. And I cannot believe that it's what it's come to. TDR, Synax is goofy for doing it for sure, but he doesn't care. The reason Synax is doing it all should absolutely be looked into instead of just screaming at the player doing it. If they only want me to queue Rumble again, all they had to do was ask. Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's what people are saying. I can't stand cheaters. Hey, that's what they're saying. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Again, is that breaking terms of service? Absolutely. Do I give a fuck? No. Should you give a fuck? Honestly, no. Because Bungie doesn't. Bungie doesn't give a shit about their own terms of service. And it's funny because if people were making fun of Bungie, including myself, about how they don't follow their own terms of service, and lo and behold, they decided, you know what? People are making fun of us. No. We gotta crucify this guy. We're gonna crucify this guy. Swat. But they will never do that to one of their content creators, their top content creators. No. You can net limit live in front of 1,000 people or so. And Bungie's like, well, technically they didn't get rewards. They didn't get rewards, even though I'm pretty sure it says right here, abuse of external accessibility tools. Players detect use automaton to circumvent the detection to perform. In the abuse of external, which I'm assuming is Zim, XP, third-party applications, I don't know where exactly. I'm assuming it's within these two that net limiting is a part of. Can't even download anymore. If I knew how to do DLC transfer, I would totally do it. Yeah, I don't even know where the net limiting. I'm assuming it's within these two specific terms of services. But even the abuse of external accessibility says XP, and that streamer never got banned. And we're going to talk about some other streamers that were caught breaking terms of service, and they have never got their account banned. But it really is interesting that this person was the target of where Bungie decided, you know what? We're going to do our jobs. Not that I have the means to do, but how exactly does two boxing work? I actually don't know. Something second PC, something account with 0.03 on it. Bungie continued to punish the players instead of fixing the root cause of these issues. Classic. What? Poor boy could not compete, so he went with the cheat. Thought shortcuts meant skill, not the grind or the heat. But logs don't forget, and the system sees all. One click, one review, then the bitch does. We made a poem about this, dude. I'm telling you. Woo! So we have Calico. Let's see. Bungie gives out permabans, but only to niche viral Twitter outrage posts and not to the actual cheaters. This is the same thing about people posting pictures about people being toxic in chat and saying nasty shit. They would never get banned until they tag DMG on Twitter, and then that person would get banned because their system doesn't do anything. Rampage. They got cheater teams that have been rampaging around the game 600 days straight in clans like Pharaoh, a clan literally named Hacker, Criminal, and many others. Full rosters consist of oh, was Herbie clicked on that? Wait, was he saying that? Oh, he's just tagging her. Wait, hold on. Oh, I thought it was a link to all these people. Allowed to operate with impunity, and if anyone's actually doing their job over there at the security team, what security team? Silly little guy, silly. Do you think Bungie has a security team? Oh, you silly guy. You're such a silly guy. It was doing their job. They would be able to easily take action accounts due to them being literally assimilated for them in a clan list. No, they'd be taking. What's funny is that people don't immediately get insta-banned the moment that they pop 300 solar grenades in a PvP match. It's crazy. Like this tweet if you hope the hacker Synex gets put into Weasel mode and is banned from Destiny 2 forever. Damn. Thanks for the follow, Umu Karaki. Same 3 feral kids have been rage queuing 400 matches of trials on the same accounts for weeks now and aren't banned out of the second Bungie got back into office. Synex instantly banned. Game's a joke and Bungie did it to themselves. Read, nobody's saying that he shouldn't be banned. They're pointing out the hypocrisy and double standards. I mean, there's people there, they are kind of saying that he shouldn't be banned. I'm saying, who gives a fuck? Bungie doesn't care about the terms of service because of the hypocrisy and the double standards. You want to glaze, so let's read the terms of service. The terms of service clearly states matchmaking manipulation can result. People never look at why? When people say you're a cheater or you're going to get banned, they never look at the actual terms of service. They never do. They never, ever do, dude. They never look where it says you could be banned. It says other players escalating actions, including bans, including meaning not the only option. Third-party applications will resist attempts. May receive a restriction or ban. By the way, I've quit and literally AFK and done a lot of shitty things in PvP. Never got restriction or ban. Win trading, account recoveries. Yeah, no one ever looks like, even on like account recoveries where it says you could be banned. You could be banned or restricted. See, people never take the time to actually figure out what, and that's the problem. Bungie intentionally makes this all not black and white because they nitpick. They give people, didn't you get banned for paying for a cub on DP? I don't know. Hey, thanks for the resub for 4 months. Thank you, Tigress. Didn't you get banned for paying for a cub on DP? I didn't get banned. That account, I literally was selling that account. By the way, I've always been open. That's the reason why I don't say anything about terms of service. By the way, just so you know, recovs could get you banned or restricted. Never says you will be banned. Again, people never read terms of service. You could, or you could just get restricted, or they may just not do shit at all. There you go. The knowledge is key. Anyways, back to people going back and forth. So, term of service clearly states matchmaking manipulation can result in a temporary suspension or further action, a ban. Abusing matchmaking in quick play ain't that deep, yet streamers do it in trials every weekend, which is true, with no consequences in game PvP. You guys are all... I love people on Twitter whose only argument is just a generic ass insult, and or they talk about your looks. They talk about something about you. Holy man. Holy. That's unfortunate. Destiny 2, this player is selling a Destiny account. Agony. Wait, bro is selling his account like I did, or at least attempted, which is against Bungie's terms of service on third-party account trading. You should ban the account before they're able to make a profit. And, okay, I was about to call them out. No one gives a shit about terms of service if they're selling their account. But that last text, absolutely. That's the part you should be concerned about. Try to sell that shit. Sell that shit, buddy. Sell that shit. By the way, people say no one tries to sell their accounts. I don't know why you try to sell account now. The prime time was before the shit show. I think trying to sell your account now is just a waste of time. Already made a profit. Try to. I mean, good for him for getting the bag, but dude. The Destiny community is just something, man. Like, granted, I call people retards, but it's just, we're playing Call of Duty lobby. Twitter is a Call of Duty lobby. Absolutely. You should never take anything in Twitter 100% serious, because it is straight a Call of Duty lobby. Anyway, so we have Synax. I guess they 16 hours. Guess they're trying to jump ship before it gets out of hand even more. Well, I tried like in July jumping ship. I played the campaign. I was like, this is shit. The portal shit. I'm gonna try to do the DP raid with my clan. Hardest raid ever. I'm like, well, shit. I'm just gonna try to make some fucking bank then. Do a paid recovery, get the emblems, pad my account, sell that 5-6-year-old account with multiple day ones, including the hardest one ever. I saw when to jump ship like months ago. Trying to jump ship now is like, you might as well just keep it and wait for a rainy day by some copium that Bungie gets their act together. Anyway, so we have Synax posting a clip. Okay, I don't know, copyright music. So, you know, they're just playing. They're using hand cannon shotgun, which is prototypical people that really love PvP. That's kind of like the way to go. I see nothing. Red Death. That's actually kind of swag. I barely see anyone ever use Red Death. Maybe on console, that's the go-to strat. I don't know. By the way, I just want to make something clear. I have never tried to say that I'm a PvP god or I'm good at it. I have tanked. You could almost say that I break terms of service. No, not intentionally. I have tanked my KD to like, I wouldn't be surprised if I am 0.3 something KD. I've tanked it because all I do is load up, get a kill, and then I just bot around and then get all the tier 5 loot from the end of the match, because that's all you gotta do. Especially if you're in a team that's losing. Like, if it's not a good time because you have too many bots, who cares, right? We'll talk more about that in the other video when we talk about skill-based matchmaking, and I really dive into my thoughts on that. So you need to stop being chronically online and start eating properly and going to... These people, bro, there are some parts of the Destiny 2 community that you can't make this shit up. They care more about you, your looks, and your health than I think your family does. Dudes out here, God, you guys get offline. Though I do it too. I do say people have mental health issues, they need to get help, but it's usually in response to some things that they're saying about me or people who are supporting $1 billion company. Those are two logical reasons to tell someone to get mental health. Bro is posting a clip. He's posting a clip. A streamer's posting a clip, and dude's having a midlife crisis, posting a picture of the dude himself. I'm surprised he didn't say something about getting a haircut. Nothing saying about his hair looks fine. There's nothing wrong with his hair. I'm just saying that's the stupid shit people do. You're a beta male incel right now, flexing video game clips on. There is so much irony in someone calling out someone for doing something online when this is a streamer who gets paid for content, and then you have someone who doesn't get paid, someone who gets no value, but they are online making comments like this. Like, bro, I think you have some issues, Chief. Hey, I think you're the problem. Wasn't your pin, your bagging true Vanguard and Control not even a year ago? I don't want to see. I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. What the hell? Anyways, continuing on the lovely trend. First banned a Palestine, then a Mexican man. That company hates minorities. Oh no. I don't know, like the rhetoric is kind of like, okay, I think you're going a little stretch there, but it's still kind of funny because everyone's always saying that they're woke, and it's like, no, they're not woke. They hate Mexicans and Palestinians. It's all good. Bungie's just racist selectively. It worked. No shot, really. All right, so we have put in weasel mode. Fuck 2 boxing dirty cheater. Holy, everyone's in their brother. Optic. Who the fuck is you're tagging? Bros out here tagging Optic Gaming. You think Optic Gaming gives a shit about Destiny fucking 2? Destiny, my favorite toxic community, I bet. It's popcorn. At this time, you should not take anything about the Destiny 2 serious. Just get a bag of popcorn and have a fucking good time. In fact, you could probably get some beer with the bros and just kick back and just enjoy reading some of this shit. Bro is unironically tagging Optic Gaming as if they give a shit about Destiny 2. Yo, Optic Gamer, what do you got to say about the Destiny 2? Yo, this one guy that you have no interaction with, he got banned. Oh no, I don't even know what's being said here. What does Ninja have to say to us about this?
This D2 matchmaking stuff get deep, man. Free Cynics, he ain't do none.
AI, I should have saw that coming a mile away. I should have saw that a mile fucking away. All right. Wow. Anyways, let's go back. No shot, really? Oh, I was going to see what the rest of it was. Lamest mother effers, you know, this man banned LOLFU D2 hacking report. Apparently, people are saying that D2 hacking report is like friends with Mercules or something. Like there's someone and they got them banned. Went from rage posting about cheaters in a dying game and sending it to Bungie, who ultimately does nothing because they don't care. Then you proceed to hawk Cynics for abusing a broken system. Don't hate the player, hate the game. There it is. That was not English in the slightest. Yeah, I type fast. Bros mad at Cynics for hitting the green play button. What are you even trying to say here? Godzilla had a stroke reading that. Let's play some Ark. One day. We're going to play Anthem before it shuts down. This is like a good way to end it off. What if Destiny 2, it was Destiny 2, but it was made by a company that actually cares about PvP fan base? That'd be pretty sick. Yeah, I mean, last time I'd done well in PvP in D2 was just about 2-point supers when I went around shoulder charging everyone. So yeah, shoulder charging, dude. I was that dude that went around shatter slamming everyone, and I was a little hunter asshole that really just straight up was being a bitch. That was literally, I was going around being a bitch. The interactions of this is just fucking sweet. I feel like Absolute Max something like should be a warning or a week suspension. They're literally kicking their regular permanents over nothing. Exactly. Any reasonable person would dish out a 2-week suspension for matchmaking bots, and players would not intentionally play against bots anymore. But instead, they throw the player in the wood chipper and expect them not to feel That's a little extreme. Now, to some context is that they did give restrictive bans before. We don't know why. We don't know for what, but it's happened. So I cannot believe I'm saying they used to, just not anymore. Oh no, you can still I think they nerfed like the tracking of shoulder charge. Like shoulder charge used to be where you just aimed at someone and it would track to them and insta kill them if you had a Peregrine Greaves on, like you just whoop, dead. Yeah, it was, the tracking was just insane. Security team. There it is. Do they not literally have a security team employed that apparently does nothing? Ghost job list, I'm afraid. They don't even have a quality Q&A team anymore. The deadass don't even know how Bungie's operating as a studio anymore. By the way, just another reason why you should never give a shit. Oh wait, I think there was more, wasn't there? Hold on. This is why you shouldn't give a shit about terms of service. You've got CC Con whatever 91. Cheaters coming to bat for cheaters, a tale as old as time. And then you've got this person saying, we're not calling someone else a cheater for matchmaking manipulation while we did or helped other people do mountaintop lobbies back in the day, surely. And I don't care if you did mountaintop lobbies, but just don't be a hypocrite. This was not a mountaintop lobby, by the way. They were doing a lobbies to get Iron Banner emblem where you needed 2,500 kills while having Iron Burden buff active, which was a -100. Yeah. And so, yeah, here we go. You got some people, some familiar faces. If Bungie's gonna ban people and be consistent, and they won't, for doing, breaking term of service, we've got this person should be banned. This person should be banned. Snurv, I've seen them before. They should be banned. Sneaky Beaver should be banned. Zenki should be banned. Evade, oh, interesting. I didn't expect Evade. Our lore one of our lore masters should be banned. Xpec, or no, is it not? Is it Evade? I'm probably thinking of someone else. Either way, should be banned. Bro, this guy already got himself banned by leaking personal Bungie information about a season of the deep, out of all things, bro. Like, here's the thing. If you think, if you don't think that top players and content creators aren't breaking term of service or cheating or doing stuff, there's always proof in the pudding. If you dig, you'll find it. And this whole high and mighty bullshit from is hypocritical. It happens. It happens way too often. I mean, people even do win trades technically. Like if they see a friend, they might let their friend, like if they're streaming and they see their friend in trials and they throw. That's not win trading, and it is. It's win trading. But Bungie will never ban these people. I mean, Leopard literally net limited on stream, and Bungie gave him a pass. We have the Parabellum team cheating not once, twice. Technically, it may not be in their terms of service, but who would have ever thought that a Bungie employee would tell them how to do one raid and then help them by actually raiding with them in another raid, that person being finally fired after the second time. But let's not act like Bungie, that team never got banned or anyone on the team got banned. Bungie is very selective. And when you have a company that, one, does not show respect to its PvP players, doesn't give them maps, doesn't actually take the time to balance and provide an experience that people crave for. And let's be honest, we're gonna look at it right now. Use comp right now. I'm gonna use comp as an this is the popularity report. This is all consoles and everything together. I'm gonna turn my face off for a minute for this. Only about, let's see, most recently, 4,000, and within the year. Oh, sorry, no, right here today, we are not even at 4,000. We're like 1,000 players. Look at that. That's how many people are playing competitive. And these are the maps. And it goes lower, but this we're giving grace and saying, you know, Javelin is the top map people want to play. 4,000. This is including consoles too, by the way. Look at that. And you know who's playing that? Is casuals playing competitive? No, it's cheaters. Because we know there's a lot of hard cheaters. And then there's your most dedicated PvP players. And the thing is, skill-based matchmaking should be in competitive. But why is it that all the best players aren't playing competitive? Because there's cheaters. There is underlining problems with PvP. And I do feel bad for the PvP, the players, people who are committed to continue to try to play this game. It takes I think that stuff in PvE is bad, but if you're a PvP only main in Destiny, I feel bad for you because you don't have anything to look forward to except for trials. That's it. You don't have maps to look forward to. You don't have new game modes to look for. Your weapons are sometimes a hit and a miss. And 9 out of times, weapons become the second, on the back burner because everyone's spamming abilities instead of actually using a fucking gun. I feel bad for myself. I listen. There's a reason why this game is the population is dying. And if you think I want to talk more about skill-based matchmaking and my thoughts on it for another video because I'm going to literally dunk on someone. This is me defending someone. Okay. Not defending the mindset of not giving a shit about terms of service. I'm defending that. I'm not defending with the actions or saying they're wrong or right. I'm just saying if you don't give a shit about terms of service, there's plenty of reasons not to because Bungie doesn't care and they're contradictory. They don't respect PvP. They don't respect players in general, but they definitely don't put the effort to actually fix things. They often just make it worse and they expect PvP players to just play. Shut up. You're going to play. They're now starting to do that with PvE now, and it's becoming more noticeable. But if you actually talk to probably some of the most veteran of players of PvP, not me, because I'm not. I just been around a long time that I have paid attention. I've heard the voices. The most dedicated people that are still playing PvP, they're still, they're grinding out. They are tired of being neglected. And to some extent, they're right. If you neglect something, they're going to... There's 3 different routes that I see happen. 1, you have people do what Synex was doing. Manipulate the matchmaking so that you can actually have, play and have a good time. The other is that you start hard cheating, which is probably why there's a lot of fucking cheaters in Destiny 2. People ask, why do people cheat in PvP? It's lame. It's because they probably got converted and got tired of having a shitty experience. And that's it, right? And the other camp are the people that are just patiently dedicated to playing and hoping, praying, finding the little morsels of matches in the day that they can just eat up. And they're like, this feels like Destiny. And then you ask, please, sir, may I have some more? May I have some more, sir? Just a little bit of what feels like Destiny PvP. More, please. Which is crazy thing about PvP history and their pedigree and Bungie and the decision making from Neglectus. Bungie, the pendulum is swung. You had the launch of Destiny 2 where it was intended to be balanced for esports because that was a serious thing, to now they have just they've thrown all balance out the window and they just don't care about PvP. So yeah, this might be the conclusion of the situation with Synax. I've been saying their name wrong. I'm sorry. Synax. But I don't think this is going to be a conclusion for PvP. I think you're going to see more PvP players. There's going to be a lot more clashes between people. You're going to see a lot more clash between Bungie and the PvP players. So, again, like, what can be said? What more can be said? Let me know what you think down below. What do you think? I'll see you guys in the next video.